Johnny Depp, now 62, has made it clear that marriage is no longer part of his future, closing the door on a chapter of his personal life that has long fascinated the public. After decades in the spotlight, marked by high-profile relationships, turbulent breakups, and intense legal battles, the actor has spoken candidly about his views on love and commitment, signaling that he has no intention of ever marrying again. For fans who have followed his journey from Hollywood heartthrob to embattled superstar, the statement feels less like a surprise and more like a quiet acceptance shaped by experience. Depp's romantic history has been as headline-grabbing as his film career. From relationships with Winona Ryder and Kate Moss to his long-term partnership with Vanessa Paradis, with whom he shares 2 children, the actor has often been viewed as someone deeply devoted when in love, yet wary of formal institutions. His marriage to actress Amber Heard, however, became a turning point. What began as a whirlwind romance ended in a highly publicized divorce that spiraled into years of legal conflict, accusations and courtroom drama watched by millions around the world. In the aftermath of those trials, Depp has increasingly presented himself as someone seeking peace rather than permanence. Friends and observers note that he appears more focused on personal freedom, creativity, and rebuilding his sense of self than on pursuing traditional romantic milestones. By stating that he will never marry again, Depp seems to be drawing a clear boundary between companionship and legal commitment, suggesting that the latter has brought him more pain than fulfillment. The actor's comments reflect a broader shift in how many public figures approach relationships later in life. At 62, Depp has lived through fame at its most intoxicating and its most punishing. He has experienced adoration, scandal, financial struggles, and professional exile followed by a cautious return to public favor. In that context, his reluctance to remarry appears rooted not in bitterness, but in hard-earned realism. Marriage, once seen as a symbol of stability, has instead become for him a reminder of vulnerability and loss of control. Professionally, Depp has been slowly re-establishing himself, choosing projects that emphasize artistry over blockbuster appeal. He has returned to music with his band, pursued painting, and taken on film roles that allow him to explore complex, introspective characters. This quieter phase of his career mirrors his personal outlook. Less spectacle, more intention. Those close to him suggest that he values deep connections, but prefers them without legal labels or public scrutiny. Public reaction to Depp's declaration has been mixed but largely sympathetic. Many fans see his stance as understandable given what he endured, praising him for prioritizing his well-being. Others view it as a sobering reflection on how deeply his past experiences have affected him. Social media discussions often frame his words as a cautionary tale about fame, power dynamics, and the emotional cost of relationships lived under constant observation. Despite his refusal to remarry, Depp has not positioned himself as someone closed off to love. Instead, he has emphasized the importance of trust, privacy, and mutual respect, qualities he believes are harder to protect within the confines of marriage, especially for someone with his level of fame. His outlook suggests a desire for connection without entanglement, intimacy without contracts, and loyalty without legal consequences. As Johnny Depp moves forward, his declaration marks a definitive personal resolution rather than a dramatic confession. It underscores a man shaped by his past but determined not to repeat it. At 62, with nothing left to prove romantically or professionally, Depp appears content defining his life on his own terms. For an actor whose life has often been controlled by scripts, courts, and public opinion, choosing never to marry again may be his most deliberate and personal decision. Yet, and yours. I will see you next time. Good luck, and have a nice day. Signing off, Asterisk.